Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Happy Friday to you, TGIF. Happy Friday to you. Let's see. You know what I said to myself today? I said, ready or not, I am not going to let it creep past noon today because I hate to keep starting late like that. I could just keep finding stuff and finding stuff and and at some point you just have to call it. You know what I mean? So, so here I am. Okay, let me fix that. There we go. So I do believe you all can hear me, although the volume doesn't seem to be. Let me see what I could do about that. Yeah, I think the volume is okay. All right. Let me say hi to a few people then. Like, for instance, Connie Baumer. Hi, Connie. Kylene Wholeness. Hi. Mary Davis. Hello, Mary Davis. Oh, you know what I just realized I need to do? I need to get rid of the trolls. So I know Petal was going to try to use that herself, and I hope it worked out for her. So she only went a week. So I think I'm going to try to go back a week and see how that works out. I've been doing a month, but let's do like a week and see what happened. Okay, so subscribers only. Duration 1 week. And let's see how that goes. Okay. So this way, maybe we can save ourselves from all the porn sites and everything. Uh, okay. All right. Okay, good. I think we're good. All right. Get back over there. So, anyway, I had such a good night's sleep. I tell you guys, sleep don't come easy sometimes. And having had a good night's sleep, I feel so refreshed. And you guys won't believe this. I actually slept normal hours, like, well, normal for me. Uh, like real people, I slept through the night instead of, taking that nap. I fought that nap all day. I even went to Costco's and only came out with one item that was full of carbs, only one, and I picked up stuff, put it back down. Picked it up, put it back down. No chips or anything like that. So I'm very proud of myself. Uh, but they did have my wonton ramen soup that I like so much. So I got another case of those. But yeah, and I didn't find what I was looking for. I mean, I found it, but it was in way more bulk than I really wanted. So I didn't get it. Be different if I, had the room for it, but I just don't. So Toyo Sakani, thank you so much for the super sticker. Happy Friday to you, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Friday to you. So I'm scrolling back. Hello, Yvonne Anderson. Wow, you were here first. And then Francilia Mosley, Elaine Parker, Pam Porter, Sonia Diana, Rosa Roberts, Carolyn Soares, Francilia Mosley, Verda Sanchez, Pam Porter again, uh, Cookies and Cream. Let's see who else. Okay, Carolyn's. I said that. All right, so you guys were in early and having a nice little conversation. Hi, Myra. Maggie Howell. Okay, Mama Jane is here. Hi, Mama Jane. Yvonne Clark. Okay, I think I'm repeating myself. Let me just scroll all the way to the. Hey, Church Nelly. Sugar Queen. Marianne Morris. Hi. Okay, who else is here? All right. Oh, and I cut my computer off last night, so that the computers get kind of glitchy. Old or new computer, that happens. It got so glitchy last night, I just had to turn it off. Hello, Elaine Parker. thank you so much for the super sticker. Happy Friday to you, and thank you again for being a member of Royal Sussex. And you know what? I almost did like a members only chat. I was so tempted, but I'm just afraid that if I do that, I may lose track, and some of the stuff that I talk about for members only may drift over into, the general thing here. Hello, Dee Dee. And I didn't want to do that because I still want to talk about the feet. But interesting story there. Let's see. Hello, Trinette Mitchell. I like that name, Trinette. Monique Power. Hi. Some new names here I haven't seen before. That's very cool. Thank you. Uh, let's see. Kat Harlem. Hello. Pamela Melissa Davies. Hi. Diane Hawkins wants to say hi to a few people. We could help out with that. Hi, Lucy Wynn. Okay. Let me see here. Better get my slides up. Okay. Oh yeah. Let me put that up for now. This is still so powerful, Serena Williams. Still so powerful. It's amazing, Hajikuzi, when you look back like at some of those old videos and stuff for people that was either like at the peak of their fame when we were kids or even before we were born. And when you look back on these things, it's like, wow, I wonder what it was like for people real time to know what it was like during, like, say, the golden age of Hollywood. Well, nowadays will be the golden age for our children and our children's children. And they'll have to look back and wonder the same thing. What was it like back then? But real time, it's like a gift, real time. We get a chance to see this happening, to see Serena Williams like career evolve. So that's very special. Cookies and cream wants to say hi to a few people. Definitely, we can do that. All right, and okay, let me do this. Get my new slides up. And if you are a content creator and you're watching right now, the best advice I can give you is before you start your live stream, restart your computer. It will eliminate a lot of those glitches. It's not 100%, but it will help with like the microphone sounding weird and all those kind of things. That is some advice I got from another content creator, and I've tried to do it almost every day uh, when I can remember. And that's why I don't have my slides ready sometimes, is because I try to do it just before I go on, just to make sure that we have cleaned house. Okay, that is why. Okay, there we go. So we'll just go through these from yesterday. Serena Williams is on pace to become the first female athlete billionaire. Another first for Serena Williams, the first female athlete billionaire. Yes, I love this. Is like one of my favorite photos right here. It's just her jumping for joy like that. I love that. Okay. Ooh, boy. I keep seeing this thing about the drought, and there's our queen with the other queen there, celebrating each other. And there, of course, is the Duchess of Sussex up in the stands watching Serena Williams. All right, so let's get to today. Yes, thank you guys so much for 17,000 subscribers. 17,000 subscribers. Can you believe it? Can you believe that? April 15th, tax day 2021, that Euro channel called Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Success. In case you didn't know it, that was the original name of Royal Sussex. It was called Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Success. That was the name of the channel. And I said, oh, okay, that's a little bit too long. I need to shorten it. So I changed it to Royal Sussex. And that was April 15th, 2021. I think I had maybe not even 50 subscribers. And so at that point, I committed myself to make a video every day. I didn't say until when, I just said every day. And so I did. And so all these months later, now there's 17,000 subscribers. Okay, so I am so glad for that. And I thank you guys for making that possible. And all of your input and everything. I mean, it's just I think one of the first videos I made at that point was one for Clever Blends. Dare I show it? No, I don't dare. But yeah, I did like a opening video for it's actually one of the first ones. So if you guys want to see it, you can go back and look for it. But I don't care to see it. I'm just a little bit embarrassed. It's well, not embarrassed, should I say, but it's just the channel has evolved so much and it's so crude looking. I just don't want to go back and look at it. So anyway, let's do this. Shall we? Yes, yes, yes. Let's do this. So 17,000 subscribers is room for celebration. So let's turn it up. Hello, Ivy here. Hello, Ivy. Girl, the Duchess of Sussex won. Meet me at the Royal Sussex party. Serge Nelly's gonna be there. All right, Ivy out. You know what? I have not come down from my high yet. As you know, I. Oh man, I love that. Okay. So yes, thank you again for the 17,000 subscribers. And also thank you, Mod Squad. I finally updated this. It was giving me a bit of grief, but I finally got it sorted out. So thank you, Church Nelly, Lydia Washington, Mo Shannon, Anastasia Isabella, Cookies and Creams, Black Queen, Sean, and Diane Hawkins. Hope I didn't leave anybody out. Let's give an honorable mention to Rising Phoenix. She was one of the first moderators, but I think she's like not on the YouTube social media as much. So but yeah, she was one of the first ones. So thank you, Rising Phoenix. And oh, thank you so much, Joan Garcia. Baron, celebrate and return to Costco and get a little something else. Okay, that's what's up. I'll do that. And thank you, Yvonne Clark. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for being a member as well. Yes, thank you so much. Actually, it's a super chat. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. And thank you, Joan Garcia, for being a member and the super chat and for watching Royal Sussex. Yes. All right. So finally, it did happen yesterday. 17,000. It was just lingering all day. And when I checked, it was right on the money. 17 on the head. So 1700, should I say. So I had a chance to screenshot it. I tried to screenshot all of them. So I think I have a screenshot from like the first 100, the first 500, the first 1,000. You know, when someone gets to 1,000 subscribers, then you're able to use the community tab. Thank you, Gloria Brown, for the super sticker. Thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Friday to you. So, of course, when there is a new Sussex friendly channel, it is important to make sure they get over 1,000 subscribers so that they're able to use the community tab, which makes it easier for them to promote their channel. So, of course, I did mention a new channel in the comments. When was that? The other day, right? And let me see if she's over 1,000 yet. That is one of the ways that they can help promote the channel themselves. Okay, Thriving with the Sussexes is still at 778. So I will make sure that I leave the actually you can go to the community tab. You can go to the community tab and you will find a link for Thriving with the Sussexes and you can subscribe. Deanna C, which most of y'all will remember from our live chats, is the proprietor, the content creator for Thriving with the Sussexes. So don't forget to go over there. Again, it's in the community tab, which is at the top of the menu. Okay, so thank you again, Gloria Brown, and thank you, MLC. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex, and happy Friday to you. Okay, and of course, one of my favorite parts of the day. Merci beaucoup, Charlotte B. Thank you so much. Um, oh man, that is like my new favorite thing. It's called Charlotte Speaks. I'm sorry, Charlotte says. Okay. Oh man, doesn't take much to make me happy. All right, so let's get to the meat of it, shall we? Oh, let me see here. What did I want to do with that? Oh, we're going to talk security today. We are going to talk security. Now, when I say we're going to talk security, I'm talking about this whole business about the Sussexes and their security and how there are so many inconsistencies as to who does and does not qualify for security. Like, for instance, when Harry left Narnia with his family, one of the things that was so important to him is that he's able to return with his family. And of course, Harry is no freeloader. He's offered to pay for his own security. And of course, um, they tried to come up with this cock and bull story about, oh no, the Met Police is above that and you can't pay for your own security henceforth, forthwith, and all that kind of stuff. When it turns out that that is not exactly accurate. Like, for instance, here, Camilla bought a Wilshire home in 1996 to be closer to Charles inside of that 850,000 pound property. Security measure. Oh, let me see right here. Now, I think this one was actually paid for by the taxpayers, though. Security measures at the Duchess of Cornwall's country home will cost the taxpayers more than 1.8 million pounds. It emerged last night a lodge the size of a four-bedroom bungalow is being built for police protection officers in the grounds of Raymond Hill House, Camilla's Georgian mansion in Wilshire. Oh, let me make that bigger. There we go. Okay. Where the oh Wilshire. There will also be a police car, port, high tech surveillance equipment, and landscaping around the. You know what? I don't want to be shady, but I could save them some money. All you got to do is go down to Madame Tussauds and put that in the window. Go down to Madame Tussauds and just put that in the window. With that resting Duchess face, stick that in the window. That's all the security you need. Just have her peeking out the window or a waxwork image. Just put that in the window, and I promise you, y'all can save a whole lot of money. You don't even need to bother with all that stuff. So just go down to Madame Tussauds and say, "Hey, can we borrow this?" Or even better, can you make us a couple, one for the front door and one for the back door? All you got to do is just stick one of those in the window. Problem solved. I don't even know what I'm saying. They need to put me over there and put me in charge of security. I can sort this out for them in no time. I got it all sorted out. I can, suggest who. Okay, okay, and then you know what? Instead of putting all that surveillance system in, put in a couple of those outdoor speakers. How much is that Duchess in the window? And that's all the security you need. Okay, that solves the problem for everybody. Olivia Johnson, thank you so much for the super sticker. Happy Friday to you, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. So, okay, problem solved. A couple of waxworks. Let me see here. Let me see. Landscaping around the £2 million house, which she will visit once a week. The figures. Let me see. Which she visits once a week. Oh yeah, she only visits. She rarely stays there. The figures make a mockery of the claim last month by Charles that Charles's private secretary, Sir Michael Peat, that Camilla was costing the taxpayers a mere $2,000 a month. Does it seem like the upkeep on that is only 2,000? Okay, yeah, probably less than that. It just seems like it's less, but okay, I digress. And I'm also shady. As well as the impending one-off security bill, a round-the-clock police guards at Raymond Hill already cost hundreds of thousands of pounds a year. Camilla chose to keep the property after marrying Prince Charles, even though he already has three other homes. Critics say because she spends only part of her time there. Only part of her time there. So, yeah, that's worth the taxpayers shelling out all that money for an inanimate, aged, broken down object. Not to be confused with the Duchess, of course. I'm speaking of the house, but run down, leaky cellar. Um, what is it? Gaping holes in the roof. And again, I am speaking of the property, not the Duchess. But I can't stop. Okay, taxpayers pick up Camilla's $1.8 million security bill. Daily Mail said Camilla bought Raymond Hill House for £850,000 following her divorce from Andrew Parker Bowles in 1995, but it has leapt in value. Well, of course, it has leapt in value because it has some of the best security that money could buy, and of course, you have the cachet of it having been a royal property or, would be a royal property. And perhaps, old sausage fingers himself may grace the place with a visit. So, all in all, it is pretty clever. Another piece of kitsch to leave for the Parker Bowles children. How much is that Duchess in the window? Anyway, let me move on. Sergeant Fuller lived with his wife Jill. Why is it? Why did I save this? Retirement, Raymond Hill, the Duchess' six-bedroom country home. The Duchess, despite rarely staying there, insists on beefing up security. I just told them what to do. That's all the beef you need right there. I mean, that's a whole side of beef by itself. That's all the beef you need. That's all the beef that you need. You know how that Clara Peller used to say, "Where's the beef?" There's the beef right there. You put one of these at the front window and one at the back. Okay, I gotta stop. This is getting out of hand. But y'all know what I'm saying. Just stick that in the window. Oh man. Okay. I didn't mean to start off messy. Oh, okay. This was I was going to share this later on, but uh, just so you guys know, these are three people whose homes have never been raided by the FBI. I'm just saying they have never had their property raided by the FBI. Okay. All right. So let's get over here. So Dr. Shola has chimed in on it. As a matter of fact, Dr. Shola deserves a breakbeat. Dr. Shola said, only a fool would think the Queen doesn't have the power to correct this or that. Home Office isn't influenced by royal family indecision to deny Prince Harry's security. Neither him nor Prince Andrew have royal duties, so why different treatment? Punish the life with punish for life with hashtag Meghan Markle. So let's get into it. So Prince Harry files legal claim over right to pay for UK police protection. Duke of Sussex seeks judicial review of Home Office refusal to let him pay for the protection after being chased by photographers last summer. Well, if you guys remember in 2021, when the Duke of Sussex made a visit to the Whale Child, a surprise visit on the occasion which he was there to unveil his mother's statue in the sunken garden. Well, there was a bit of a chase with photographers. Now, with the coordination of police and intelligence and such, that could have been avoided. So it was a surprise visit. Harry was able to get there, but once the families started posting things on social media, well, the gig was up, and the paparazzi or photographers or whatever found out where Harry was, and I believe that was at the Kew Garden. That was the occasion. Then they decided to do what they should never do ever again, and that is chase a royal down in a vehicle. But they felt empowered to do that because Harry did not have the protection of the Metropolitan Police. He didn't have a royal protection officer or royal protection detail. It wasn't deemed necessary for him because it was not a state function. Even though he is a prince of the realm, a prince of the blood, as well as someone who has been threatened because of his two tours of duty in Afghanistan. They didn't deem it necessary for him to have police protection. So, that is when Harry decided, okay, I am going to have to take these people to court. So Prince Andrew will continue having taxpayer-funded around-the-clock police protection. After a full review of his security, Andrew's security is estimated to cost the public purse between £2 million and £3 million annually. That's a lot of money. And that, of course, isn't just personal bodyguard protection. That includes the properties, like the one that I told them they need to put that waxworks figure. Matter of fact, I think they should get in the. I think they should just make an assembly line, and I think they could actually. Okay, but okay, you know what I was about to say, but I'm not going to say it. He agreed to a significant financial settlement with I don't want to say the name because I don't want to trigger the algorithm, but brought a legal case against him in the US and claimed he and of course Andrew will continue having taxpayer funded around the clock police protection after a full review of his security by the Metropolitan Police and Home Office. Andrew is allowed to keep £300,000 a year bodyguard after Queen intervened. Now, notice right there, a source has claimed the Queen intervened. Now, apparently, the Queen could not intervene for Harry, but the Queen was able to intervene for him. That's just shady. Okay, now remember, Harry is supposed to be her favorite. And okay, the Queen won't help Harry secure police bodyguards for UK trip amid funding row. Wow. And so Harry wants to pay for specialist police protection, but the Home Office has ruled out, and of course, Ravek, whatever, that of course is that body. I don't even know if people realize that Ravek exists in the first place. It seems super secret, but that is the, I guess, group of people that decides who will and won't get the police protection. He has since applied for a judicial review against the decision. Again, but Andrew gets to keep his £300,000 a year round the clock bodyguards and of course the other protection for his property or properties. I wonder if that includes the place that the Duchess of York just purchased for £5 million in what neighborhood was that? Okay, but I not far from Kensington Palace, I believe. Mama Jane, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, but okay, so Omid Scobie has really been stepping up. He said, I just wrote in my column earlier today, despite being stripped of his royal patronages and military affiliation after paying out millions to a accuser, him, personal protection remains around $500,000 or £300,000 to the British taxpayer. Come on, Omid. So look at that. That was in the Telegraph. I don't think Omid works for the Telegraph, but as you can see, the Telegraph has been given license to discuss something that they normally would stay away from because Omid had the courage to step up and talk about it. So now the other media people want in on the action. Decision was made by the same committee that denied Prince Harry and his family automatic security when he is in the UK. The safety of others should never be up to debate. The Duke of Sussex and Home Office may not see eye to eye, but there's only one acceptable solution to this fight: reinstate Harry's security at his own expense before it's too late. Omid, Omid, come on, Omid. Omid is really stepping up. Omid is really stepping up. Omid is going there. Omid is doing what the others will not. I mean, this just seems to be such spite. But, I guess they are being paid. I think they're being paid handsomely. These royal reporters, royal rodents, they're being paid handsomely to, carry the water for the various houses of Windsor, including Clarence House and Kensington Palace. So why wouldn't they, right? Okay. And then there's this. A lot of this stuff, some things I actually had in my receipt case, and then some I managed to lift today. Like here, sick of U.S. website defend Meghan Markle and Harry race hate posts. Teenage neo-Nazi jailed for inciting terror attacks on Prince Harry and other targets. And of course, you've seen some of these before. Um, and of course, Sarah Vine's famous trying to, I guess, go on the edge of the N word and not say it, but everybody knows what she meant. So again, he continues, Prince Andrew, to receive taxpayer funded police protection. And then there is Special K. It's not lost on me that the British taxpayers are still paying for Prince Andrew's security, and no royal reporter has written a story about it. Well, if we go back here, where is it? Telegraph finally said something today, August the 11th, 2022. Mark it down. Okay, so again, Omit's voicing his opinion about this is what may finally bring this to the public's attention. Whether or not it helps as much, I don't know. But it is still best to call these people out. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Look at that big yellow tooth gaping grin. Look at that. Look at that. What is it about them with them yellow teeth? What is it about them with them yellow teeth? Maybe that's where they hide some of the gold. Look at them, looking like a big demon. Maybe that's where they hide some of the gold. I don't know, but it just seems to. The Queen Mother had it. William has it. I don't know what it is about them with the gold teeth. I think that is where they hide some of that gold. I didn't do anything to. What is it that they're drinking or eating? I mean, is it curry night every night? I mean, I eat curry in my what few teeth I have left. They are not that color. I don't know. All right, so right here, the Met has already been hired by celebrities trying again derange. I'm sorry, try again derangers. Again, the Met has already been hired by celebrities. And I'm going to go through those four that you see there. But let me take a look at some of your comments before I go on. Strong tea. What's in the tea? What is that? What is that they put on the wounds? That brown stuff they put on the wounds. Gosh, I can't even think of it for some reason. But maybe that's what they put in their tea. You know, not peroxide. Oh, what is it? Iodine. That's right. Thank you so much, Liberty Rose. What are they putting iodine in their tea or something like that? I mean, let's take a look at that one more time, shall we? Big yellow gaping golden grin. I promise you they're hiding gold in their mouth. Okay. Well, let me just go on then. Kate Moss wedding, police by 35 officers. The police deployed 35 officers to blockade a village for Kate Moss's wedding, comprising of one inspector, five sergeants, and 29 PCs, which of course is just the regular police officers. Um, but again, they don't pay for private use, right? The total cost of the police operation in the village of Southrop, Gloss, whatever it is estimated at around £10,000. A spokesman said the force would not be footing the bill The event organizers are to pay the policing costs in full with relations to this event. But there are concerns over the number of police officers devoted to the wedding during a time of depleted resources. Well, okay, so depleted resources. So they got all these police officers getting this gravy train money at this wedding as opposed to being out on the beat. But uh, I'm not even going to concern myself with that. But this is a clear indication that it is not accurate that the police are not for hire privately, because obviously, for the sake of Kate Moss, they were. And then here, Tony Blair could provide a blueprint for Harry and Meghan's security issue. Former labor leader pays back some of the money that his security costs while working on commercial business deals. Oh, that's all highlighted in yellow and it's hurting my eyes. But anyway, you get the point. And then let's go here. Well, okay, that's too small. Let's go here. That's too, nope. Anyway, you get the point. You get the point. Next. All right. Let me get myself out the way here. There we go. Freedom of information requests. I note you seek access to the following information. Please provide details of each long-term contract for the private hire or provision otherwise of police officers under Section 25 of the Police Act 1996, provision of special services for which a force received payment from 2016 to date February 2019. So it can be done. It has been done. Why does everything always change when there is an African American involved? We wouldn't even be having this discussion if it wasn't for the fact that we're talking about a woman of African descent, someone whose mother looks like my mother. um, if it wasn't for that, I'm pretty sure this would be a non-issue. But like I say, for some reason, when black people are involved, everything changes. Remember how they kept saying that they're going to move Doria into? Let me get the picture up. They were going to move Doria into these old servants' quarters, the old out back house or whatever. They were going to move Doria in there because Doria didn't really have a life in California, even though Doria is, of course, a working professional and could afford the finer things in life if she chooses. But it was supposed to be like a major upgrade to take that black woman from California, where she lives a pretty comfortable life, and stick her over there in some old servants' quarters in the back of the lot of Windsor Castle or Frogmore or whatever. That's what they think of us. uh, would somebody tell them it's 2022? Somebody please call them and say, hey, it's 2022. We ain't on that no more. But yeah, that's what they were just preoccupied with this idea. Doria didn't want to go there. She didn't even want to go and stay over for Christmas with the Queen, according to reports. She was like, nah, I already heard about Sandringham. No, thank you. Sandringham is pretty run down as far as homes are concerned. Nothing there ever changes. They only just got electricity a couple of years. Well, I'm just exaggerating, but okay, maybe. So yeah, no, no, thank you. Okay, let me go to some of your comments. Naomi Maria says, as an ex-police officer of Britain said on live interview, he was a hired security officer many times over for celebrities. Oh, really? Many times over, he was a hired security guard for celebrities. Very good. Thank you for sharing that. And of course, Cookies and Cream says the unroyal family barely bounced back from the situation with Princess Diana. If something were to happen to the Sussexes, the monarchy won't be able to bounce back. There will be a major backlash. I am certain of that. I am very certain of that. And especially whereas the Commonwealth is concerned, they could kiss that goodbye. I mean, it's barely stable at the moment. As a matter of fact, that column by Nadine White, where she, questioned the purpose or the value of the Commonwealth Games to, take place in mostly white countries, and the Commonwealth Games, which the wealth of the Commonwealth is not really common, it tends to mostly lead to just a handful of places. What is the point of a Commonwealth? That is just a remnant, of course, of the old colonial era or colonization. So, um, yeah, gosh, Nadine White, she is fearless. I love her. Really? I didn't notice that. Yes, please, you guys, don't forget to hit the like button. And don't forget, Royal Sussex has finally reached over 17,000 subscribers. So thank you again for that. All right, let me take that away. Okay. Fatima, you said, oh, that's for someone else. Okay. Okay. Or is it not? Let me see. Royal family has done everything they can to prevent Prince Harry and his family to be safe since the beginning. Now they just not not hiding their intent. Yeah, now that they're what is that they say? They're saying the quiet parts out loud. That's what they're doing. What they should whisper, they're saying it out loud. Sharon, you say, how come Camilla and her kids get protection about Harry who was born? Was it how about Harry who was born? The prince don't get no protection. I would like to see the paperwork for Diana showing that she refused protection. And that is what Petal has been. I think Petal said that Harry is going to, with this court case, Harry may expose that the fact that is a that the palace lied about that, or that someone has lied. We don't know that Princess Diana refused protection. That is what they said, but we don't have any evidence. We don't have any evidence that says that Diane refused protection. Now, if there is some type of evidence that says so, they may have to present that evidence soon. But there's two things, or is it three things going on that makes Harry's case compelling? Number one, he's a prince of the realm. Number two, okay, there's three, his birthright. And number three, he served 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan and has been earmarked, has been identified as a target of, okay, there's four, of Al Qaeda. And number four, of course, is the homegrown um, white nationalists, threat from people who have referred to him as a race traitor, for people who, in what was it, in a private chat on the Snapchat, or was it on WhatsApp, Snapchat, where they said that the children should be, I forgot the language that they used, but the children shouldn't be here anymore. I believe that was the intent of the conversation, but I don't remember the language that they used. So yes, there's at least 4 or 5 good points that and you know what? Let me just go on, because I got something else to say about that, about what they will and won't pay for. Okay, so right here, police to support Andrew and rebuild. I'm sorry, not palace. I'm keep saying police, and next thing you know, I'm gonna start really slipping, and I'm gonna be like that guy on the subway, right? So I have to be careful. I have to be careful, because if I keep saying it, then you know what's gonna happen, right? You know what's gonna happen. So before it gets to that point.
Police! 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 Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help!
Talk about a drama mama. So it's not police, it's palace. Talk about a drama mama. Okay, palace to support Andrew in rebuilding his life as a pariah prince makes surprise return to public duty. Well, they tried to get that going, but it didn't pan out. And then, of course, one of my favorite posts was Black Lives Matter. Britain is angrier at Meghan Markle for being mixed race than Prince Andrew for, that. So, okay. Whom the palace chooses to protect. So there you have right there two of these 42 word problematic for the royals. Okay, what's behind that? Okay, let me see. Can't see that. Okay. Two of these 42 words are problematic for the royals. Why should the taxpayers foot the eye watering hefty bill for his bodyguards if Prince Andrew is now a private citizen? That is a good question. Why should they pay for that? But yet they continue. The good answer is the Queen intervened and the public is just not interested. And there is a blanket of protection because of the fact they're more preoccupied with the Sussexes than they will focus on the rest of the family. With the Queen's approval and agreement, the Duke of York's military affiliation and royal patronages have been returned to the Queen. The Duke of York will continue not to undertake any public duties and is defending this case as a private citizen. So those are the two words that are problematic because he has been dubbed a private citizen. This communication from uh, the royal household, from the queen, from the sovereign, has dubbed him a private citizen. So if he is a private citizen, why is he entitled to 300,000 pounds a year of police protection? Yes, that is problematic. Boy, I tell you, when the squad get a hold of something, it's just like a Rottweiler. You know how a Rottweiler just tears into a piece of meat and won't let it go and just get to shaking vigorously and salivating and shaking and that's how the Sussex squad is. We're just not going to let this go. I'm telling you guys, the Sussex squad has been digging up some receipts lately. So even though we may not look the part, although some people do, even though most of us don't look the part, once we get a little piece of meat in our mouth, we just get to shaking and oh, that's right, Joe Garcia. We can see through their crap. Thank you so much for your comment. So, okay. Whew. All right, all right, all right. Let me move on here. Huge. Oh, you know what? Let me do a break beat. Let me do a break beat. Come on, Annie, hit it. Huge amount Edward and Mrs. Simpson received from royal family after abdication revealed. Okay, what is meant by that? Upon his abdication in 1937, Edward and Wallace, is it Wallace or Willis? You know what? I think it's supposed to be Wallace. Edward and Wallace were removed from the civil list and instead received a yearly allowance from the king. Edward received 21,000 pounds per year, approximately 1.4 million in today's money. So we're talking 1937. Well, of course, if you allow for inflation, it turned out to be quite a bit of money. but there was more money involved than that. I always thought that they were a couple of, paupers, but of course they didn't live that way. But they were some of the biggest freeloaders that have ever come out of that family, and I will tell you why. This was negotiated down by the king from 25,000 pounds yearly, over 1.65 million in today's money, after he discovered that Edward had not been honest about the state of his finances. So let's go back and take a look at that. So instead of receiving 25,000 pounds, it was negotiated down to 21 million pounds. I'm sorry, 21,000 pounds, which is a difference of 1.4 million in today's money compared to 1.65 million in today's money, right? Um, According to the Guardian in 2003, so who knows? That might be worth a little bit more at this point. Nope, not. No, I think that's about accurate. When documents were released, it is now clear that the Duke's financial settlement was one of his paramount concerns in giving up the throne. Edward received approximately 300,000 pounds, equivalent to between 20.5 million pounds and 134.4 million pounds in 2019 money for both residents, which was paid to him in yearly installments. So, okay, what does this mean? Let's take a look. Oh, God, that hurts my eyes. The denial of the style Royal Highness to the Duchess of Windsor caused further conflict, as did the financial settlement. The government declined to include the Duke or Duchess on the civil list, and the Duke's allowance was paid personally by George VI. The Duke, and that's of course the Queen's father, George VI. The Duke compromised his position with his brother by concealing the extent of his financial worth when they informally agreed on the amount of the allowance. Now, as I'm reading this, you guys bear in mind the Sussexes are not costing the British taxpayers anything. The only thing that Harry is asking for, that he is requiring, or perhaps he's demanding, is that when I'm in the country of my birth, as a prince of the realm, as a prince of the blood, protect me and protect my family. That's all he's asking for. But Edward's wealth had accumulated from the revenues of the Duchy of Cornwall, paid to him as Prince of Wales, and ordinarily at the disposal of an incoming king. George VI was also paid Edward for Sandringham House and Balmoral Castle. So let me go back and show you something. That is Edward the Eighth. That is the one who married Wallis Simpson, just so these names don't get confusing to you. He is the Queen's Uncle Bertie, as they called him, who left to be with Wallis Simpson, right? And so they did pay him an allowance, but he was also paid an installment because Sandringham House in Balmoral was still his property when he left. They had to buy him out. They had to buy him out. So when he walked away from the throne, he didn't just walk away. He was also given an allowance, and they had to buy him out of the interest because Balmoral and Sandringham belong to the sovereign. And even though he was only king for less than a year, those were his properties. George VI also paid Edward for Sandringham House and Balmoral Castle, which were Edward's personal property, inherited from his father, and thus did not automatically pass to George VI on his accession. Edward received approximately 300,000 pounds, equivalent to between, what I said before, 20.5 million and 134.4 million in 2019 for both residences, which was paid to him in yearly installments in the early days of George VI's reign. The Duke telephoned daily importing the for money and urging that the Duchess be granted the style of Royal Highness until the harassed king ordered that the phone calls not be put through. So Bertie, oh Bertie Edward the eighth, was not only shaking down his brother to get a title for Wallace Simpson, but he was also trying to get more money. But he had plenty of money. The thing is, he was hoping that he would leave and live in France for a couple of years until the heat, went away, but and that he and Wallace would be able to return to the UK. Well, they made a proposal. You stay away and you get your allowance. If you come back, we're going to cut you off. And so it was agreed upon that he would have to ask permission before he could return to his place of birth. So, just to give you a little perspective on some of the treatment that Harry is getting, it just goes to show you that the Windsors, the Colburn, Gotha, whatever their real names are, they are pretty shady with their family, especially if you decide to go against the grain. Now, he himself was a king for less than a year, and he just didn't want it. As Harry said, he saw what was behind the curtain and decided that he did not want to be a part of it. And so they have pretty much defined his legacy for him by accusing him of being a Nazi sympathizer and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how much of that is true or not true. Yes, I saw the image of him and Hitler, but for all we know, he may have been there on business for his brother rather than as a Nazi sympathizer. We only know what they told us. And just like with Princess Diana, they say that she refused police protection, but we don't know. We don't know exactly what officially happened. We don't know what was the input of the courtiers, and we don't know what did and did not happen or what was said or not said. By the way, today is Friday, you guys. uh, HBO is going to show that documentary, The Princess. So you guys don't forget to watch that so we can talk about it. All right, so let me go here. This is just me being plain shady. There were quite a few times before the Duchess of Sussex that they compared Wallace Simpson with you know who, mostly for that very slender, non eventful figure. That was one of the reasons that they compared the two of them. And then, of course, Pippa, they say, has a striking resemblance to Wallace Simpson. I can see it. I see a little Wallace there. So Wallace has a shape very well. Should I say, Giggles has a shape very similar to Wallace. And of course, Pippa has an appearance which is very similar to Wallace. I'm just shady. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Okay. All right. So let me look at some of your comments. Baron, apparently Edward Bertie was forever going back for more handouts until the king said no, enough. Yeah, that is true. One of the things that he was preoccupied with before stepping down from the throne was his income. Apparently, by the time Wallace Simpson died, I believe her estate was worth about $3 million or £3 million. Don't forget, she had over $1 million worth of jewels. So for him to constantly beg for money, and almost in the same breath, he was, buying jewel after jewel, and I mean custom made jewelry in some cases for Wallace Simpson, lets you know that there were two different things going on. Plus, I do believe that they were also being paid um, by some of the some of the, like, they would go to parties, they would do celebrity appearances, they traveled the United States more than most Americans ever will in a lifetime. You would have to be like a traveling salesman or a truck driver to see more of the country than what they have. And they were considered the ultimate freeloaders. I mean, any big city, any big industrial city in the United States, from sea to shining sea, has seen the Windsors. They showed up. They would show up at some of the most peculiar places. A new hotel opens, they'll stay there. And while he was crying broke, they also maintained an apartment at the Waldorf Astoria. As a matter of fact, Bertie and Wallace were two of the first people to ever move into the Waldorf Astoria Hotel. I'm talking about the old Art Deco hotel that's been around, all these years. They maintained residence at the Waldorf Astoria. So they had a place in France, but they also maintained a place in New York. So they weren't poor by any stretch of the imagination. But the big difference is the Sussexes are earning an income. Harry is already proven himself as quite the breadwinner. If the Duchess of Sussex does something or nothing at all for the rest of her life, she will be more than well taken care of by her husband, which is a big difference between the two people that they try to compare them to. The Duke of Edinburgh. Well, no, I'm sorry, the Duke of Windsor and Wallis Simpson, who never received the title, so she couldn't be called the Duchess of Windsor. And of course, without that title, that pretty much determined that some people were not going to curtsy or bow to her. So that was very emotional for Bertie, is that some people did not feel obliged to treat her as a royal princess. She was never a royal princess. She never received an HRH. At least I don't think she was a royal princess, but I know she never received a HRH. Let me see. Baron, I was blocked for some time. I'm glad I'm back from the Rangers. Thanks a lot. Lane, I don't know what happened. I don't, Lane, let me tell you, sometimes the notification bell also looks a lot like the subscription bell. And so I think sometimes people remove their subscription and then put it back. And so if that, and I'm not saying that that's what happened to you, but if that did happen, then that would explain your absence. But it wasn't anything that I've done myself. So I'm sorry that happened to you. But you guys, the notification bell and the subscription bell, I think they look too much alike, and I don't know why it's made like that. Just like the screen that I'm on, when I go to comments, like, okay, if I do this, and then I want to go back to the comments. The comment button is just beneath end broadcast. I think end broadcast should be on the other side of the screen, not on the side where my working menu of buttons are located. But that's not the case. And so on occasion, I have actually removed myself from the conversation. So I'm just using that as an example that any of us baby boomers are capable of, stuff. Thank you for your comment. Hello, Ladyfoot. Thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. Adrian Burrows says, I'm wondering how much could Elizabeth teach? She never been in school. Her nannies taught her as well as I heard Margaret was smarter than Queen Lizzie. Well, they gave them basically the Edwardian education, and not Edward the eighth, Edward the seventh Edwardian period, the early 1900s. at that time, their education was limited to the governess, to the nannies, and although they gave them broad range of things like horses and dogs, the weather, and of course French language, German language, other stuff they just didn't learn. It was just not to be shady to the queen, but it wasn't required. It wasn't required, so she didn't know. And Margaret was probably a little more curious than the queen, and people liked her more. She had a more outgoing personality. And if you ask me, she drank and smoked herself to death because she was forever suppressed by her sibling, which is exactly what they were hoping to do to Harry, is to use him as the backbone of the family and allow him to overindulge himself until he was useless. And at that point, they assumed that the Cambridge kids would enter the fray and take over. So, yeah, I think that's what they had in store for him. But as they say, God had another plan, and and he was rescued from that. He was literally snatched away from the devil, and he was rescued. And all it took, all it took was a little love and affection, and now he's free of that. Now he has a real family. What he had before with his mom, he has two very dynamic women in his life. He has his wife and he has his mother-in-law. I mean, that's got to mean a lot to Harry that Doria is a part of his life. That has got to mean a lot. I'm telling you. I if I had a choice between a check for $10,000 or a praying grandmother, I'm not sure which. I think I would rather have that grandmother's prayer because it's powerful. It is powerful when you have a matriarch in the family like that that is there for you. So I don't know the nature of the relationship, but I'm pretty sure it is there and it is very powerful, and it has sustained the Sussexes having her presence. So thank goodness for that. No matter how bad things are, there's always that silver lining. Okay, thank you for your comment, Adrian. Annette Bennett, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex and being a member as well. Thank you. Happy Friday. And Dorothy Ross, thank you so much for the super sticker, among other things. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex, and thank you for being a member. Happy Friday to you. Okay, let's see. Doradine Campbell says, Happy Friday to you, Baron, and all the supporters of the Sussex Squad. I am here in lovely home of blessed St. Vincent and is it Grenadines? I hope I said that right. Listening to your informative broadcast. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're here. Happy Friday to you. That is very nice of you. Okay. Oh, that's what I was trying to do. I think Edward was so peeved with the government and his family for not letting him marry Wallace. He thought, heck, I'll get what I'm entitled to out of them. Yeah, of course, he was a king, and where that's concerned, okay, there is a lot of money from the Duchy of Cornwall and the Duchy of Lancaster. So the Duchy of Cornwall is a resource available to the Prince of Wales, right? And then the Duchy of Cornwall, I'm sorry, the Duchy of Lancaster belongs to the sovereign. And so those estates were created or used as a basis for their income to maintain them. And of course, you know, not so they don't have to just rely upon the sovereign grant, they would have that money as well. And so that was the purpose of it. And so when Edward VIII left, he still had accumulated money from the Duchy of Cornwall and then eventually the Duchy of Lancaster. He had a lot of money in reserve. Even though he constantly put his hand out asking for money, trust me when I say it, he had accumulated a lot of money. He didn't spend a lot. He didn't spend a whole lot. And as much as they try to make it seem like Edward VIII was just this lovesick fool, he was not a fool. And he had his big advantage is he knew how things worked. Okay. And so fast forward to 2020, to 2020, where they thought that Prince Harry was, or at least they wanted to believe, they needed to believe that Prince Harry was some kind of dum dum. Well, the truth is, he's incredibly bright. He knows people, and he's very well read. He understands a lot of things that they don't give him credit for. Just because he didn't go far in school doesn't mean that he's stupid. So he knows how it works. He knows what is his and what to expect. He knows what's in the family. He knows what the family has done. He knows all those things. And so when he goes into negotiation, he's doing it with an informed opinion, with an informed mind. He's not just going in there blind. The only thing is, I mean, there's only one Harry, and then you got the Queen and his brother and his father, who are, heirs to the throne. And so, he's at a disadvantage going into those negotiations when it comes to the outcome. Of course, he's not going to do so well because he's not the future, a direct future for the country. They are. But in spite of that, he doesn't have his hands tied behind his back either because he knows what's going on. He knows what they're capable of and he knows what he's entitled to. So that's why I say just trust Harry's decision and his judgment where that family is concerned. And if those titles are, excuse me, are important to him, then they're important to me. They should be important to all of us. He knows what he's doing. We don't know what he would be cut out of if he woke up one day and said, "Oh, I'm going to relinquish these titles." Um, that would be just like throwing away a resource. No, you keep that resource and you get out of it what you can. And I insist that if there's any way I can help them become a billionaire in their lifetime, I will support that product or promote that product, whatever it takes. I want them to be successful because they deserve it, because they do a lot. Kay Costello, thank you so much for the super chat. Baron Chocolate Thunder keeps resurfacing. You must have made a members only chat to discuss. Are you sharing my old stage name from the days when I was an exotic dancer? They used to call me Chocolate Thunder on the circuit. Ladies and gentlemen, Chocolate Thunder. Oh, man. Yeah, once you get that in your head, it's kind of hard to get rid of it. I understand. Oh. but but thank you for your comment and happy Friday to you. And thank you so much for being a member. Oh, man. Okay, so I'm going to go all the way to the end here. Joyce Ball says, I think through all of this with Harry and Meghan, Willie betray probably hurt, Willie's betrayal probably hurt Harry the most because he expected his brother would be there for him and Meghan, but soon found out Willie was just as bad as Charles. Yeah, um, I think what really set Willie off was when he had to do some work. I think that's the truth. When William found out that there was work to do and he couldn't just go off skiing during the Commonwealth ceremony and stuff like that, that he would actually have to be there. I think that set him off a bit. So it's no wonder. that he's angry because he thought that Harry, and then too, let's just face it, William has been told his whole life that Harry would be there to support him. But as they grow older, Harry's importance would diminish, and he was supposed to be okay with that. Harry's importance was supposed to diminish, and he was supposed to be okay with that. But only someone who is not a thinking person, someone who should not have legal ability to handle their affairs, would think that was okay. And Harry is far from that. Harry is a thinking, logical person. William is the one who seems to have some type of, for lack of a better word, deficit. He has some kind of personality disorder. Uh, so he's the one who needs help taking care of his affairs, not Harry. Harry has worked so much since he left Narnia. I mean, I wish I had that slide at the ready, but I don't. With all of the stuff that the Sussexes have done since they have been together. Now, the Duchess of Sussex is we don't know, when she stopped nursing or whatever, but she's had a lot to do. And she's doing stuff that some, women will do as younger mothers. And yet, through it all, they're trying to navigate their way through a pandemic. Which, you know what, I was going to talk about that, and then I changed my mind. But okay, the thing is, so the Daily Fail decided to, let me see, did I put that up or no? I don't think I used it today, but the Daily Fail had this article about the Cambridges having so much more money for the. Oh, let me get that face off the screen. Good God! All right, that the Cambridges were able. Okay, I'll just put them up for a second. That the what is it they call their charity? Whatever, the Prince's Trust or whatever it was, the one that all four of them belonged to. And then, of course, the two houses separate. They diverged from one another. And so that particular charity um, is supposed to be worth some 20 million pounds today. Well, first of all, what is that 20 million pounds doing for the very hungry people of the United Kingdom? I don't know. And second of all, in terms of actual, and the whole reason they brought this up, of course, is because of what happened yesterday, where the Sussexes are said to be receiving a what do you call it, an honor for helping with Afghanistan. And so the very next day, because the tabloids are listening to the Sussex squad, the tabloids are listening to the Sussex squad. They decided that they would run a story about how the Cambridges have increased the coffers of their charity since the Sussexes left. Although in the actual article, the Sussexes appear larger. They appear larger in the photograph for the story just so that they could trick people into reading it. Without the Sussexes, it wouldn't have been a story. That's the whole point. Without the Sussexes, there is no story. I mean, face it, that family revolves around Harry and Meghan, not those two dimwits. They just don't. They don't have the juice. Harry and Meghan are the most influential, and I will dare say the most popular. Now, I'm not saying that they're the most likable to the die-hard royalists in the UK, but they are purely the most influential and the most popular. They are. They just are. And no argument, no debate. They just are. It is. That is exactly what it is. They're more popular. And so if they want to sell a paper, if they want people to pay attention, It's like I always say, there's gourmet cooking, right? And if you want to make a gourmet meal, a lot of times you have to throw a little olive oil in there and stir it or mix or saute or whatever. And so that is what's happening with the royal family. You have to throw a little of that Sussex sauce in there just to make it digestible to people. Otherwise, nobody will pay attention because nobody's interested in Willie and Kate, and nobody cares. And they know that. They know that. They just pretend otherwise. They have to have a some competition that the Sussexes are not even interested in. They have to have some type of competition to make it interesting for people. Otherwise, nobody would pay attention to Will and Kate. They need, they need Harry and Meghan to make sense out of their existence. Otherwise, nobody cares about them. Derangers, if you're listening, nobody cares about Will and Kate. You don't even care about them because you're over here listening to me. And if you don't care and nobody else cares, then what's the point? They are just not important. Nobody cares about them. You got to have Meghan and Harry, otherwise, there is no story. You know, the Queen has stepped back, and even before that, I mean, people smile at the Queen and everything, but she wasn't so interesting that people were flooding out into the streets to see her. So, thanks for the bank holidays, but aside from that, what is the point? What is the point? So, that's all I have to say about that. There is no. Oh, I found exactly what I was looking for. Uh-huh. I will share it with you right now. I thought I saved this, but I guess I didn't. Copy image. I'm going to share it with you in just a minute. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about with those two. Okay. Again, I'm surprised though. I thought I had put this on the slide, but I did not. I did not. It was kind of confusing what the whole point of it was. But I guess the point is they just felt as though, uh, and this is why people were saying, to stop showing or talking about how the Duchess of Cambridge is dressing like Meghan. She has to do that. She has to do the copycat just so that people will pay attention to her. Other, oh my God. I got to show you this. If you guys think I'm shady, you got to see this. You got to see this. This is why I love celibacy. If you guys think that I'm shade, I'm going to show you what shade is. Give me just a second here. Uh, okay. I promise you, it's coming. Oh, Rose Theodot, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Friday to you. Okay. Incoming shade. Give me just a second here. Oh man. All right. It's this one right here. Okay, got it. All right. And let me make sure I didn't miss anything else. Iris Demonia, thank you so much for the super sticker. Happy Friday to you, and thank you so much for being a member. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. Is my shade ready yet? Oh, come on, shade. Nope. I don't think that's it. I think it's okay. Is this the shade? Let me see. All right. That's number 2 and oh, there it is. Oh yes, got it. All right. So first there's this. Let me get rid of Tweedledee and Tweedledum. All right. And take a look there. Take a look there. First of all, nope, that's not it. Sorry. There we go. That is my screenshot of the 17,000 subscribers. Thank you again, everyone. That is what I got from Costco last night. I told you I just ran out with one highly carved thing, right? So full disclosure, that's what I got. So good, Death by Chocolate. It's like layers and layers of different chocolates inside these little tiny jars, and you take like a little spoon and you dig it out. The jars are about the size. Well, anyway, I won't talk about that. So good though. All right, that's what I wanted to share with you. Prince William and Kate Middleton's Royal Foundation increased in income from 6.7 million pounds to more than 20.4 million pounds in 2 years. In 2 years. Okay, can someone point out to me which one are Will and Kate? There are two couples, but only two names are mentioned, or are the two couples named Will and Kate? Meaning, if this is a story to promote the Cambridges, why does the Sussexes figure prominently in a story about the Cambridges? I just told y'all they need Harry and Meghan to make it digestible. Otherwise, no one would care. No one would care. If it was just a story about the Cambridges, it would be all you would see is jazz hands, big hair, bald head. That's it. And who would be interested in that? I ask you. Nobody. The last thing they want the Sussexes to do is to just go away. The last thing they want the Sussexes to do is to just live quietly in some little cottage somewhere. They need them to be visible so that they will have somebody to hate or someone to compare them to. You can't have one without the other. Otherwise, Kate and William would be this huge burden on the taxpayer that nobody could explain. You can't explain them. But at least if you give them someone to compare with or give the derangers somebody to hate, then at least it makes a little sense to somebody. But without that, it makes no sense to anybody. What did I just say? Did that make sense? I think so. But yeah, it wouldn't make any sense. What is the point of them? They don't do anything. So, again, how does this 20 million pounds actually help anybody? What are they doing with the 20 million pounds in their coffers? And a better question, Charles, William, where did the money come from? Now we know William made that mysterious trip to the Middle East to plant a tree. Remember that? He made that mysterious trip to the Middle East to plant a tree and to give his condolences for something, because, after all, with a huge corps of diplomats working for the British government, you couldn't trust them to just take a letter to the Middle East, right? And with all those ambassadors and diplomats, you couldn't trust them to just go and visit and say, you know what, the Queen offers her condolences. No, William, just like his father, made one of a frequent trips to the Middle East for what? To plant a tree? I think not. So again, where does the 20 million pounds come from? How tainted is that money? And as I have posed the question before, and this has nothing to do with anything that I'm talking about, but I'm feeling shady. Oh, wait. How much is that Duchess in the window? Well, take a look at that. When I said that Celebrity could be a little shadier than I can, this is their go to photo of the Duchess of Cornwall. I love that crushed velvet top she has on. I love it. I don't think that the collar comes up nearly high enough. If it was up to me, I probably would have said to the clothes maker, to the designer, can you make that collar a little stiffer and maybe about a foot higher? But since nobody asked me, it's none of my business. But if it was up to me, that collar would probably come up about another foot higher than what it does right now. But oh well. So can we talk about this some more? It is called Death by Chocolate. Layers and layers of different chocolates, little bits of chocolate pieces and chocolate whipped cream and like chocolate devil's food. I don't know, just layers and layers of chocolate. And there's actually six. I thought it was only four for some reason, but there's actually six of them. So I'm just saying that's what I purchased last time when I was at Costco. I'm just glad. And you know what? It says six 2.3 ounce cups right there. I didn't even look at that. All I saw was chocolate. All I saw was chocolate. Okay, so with that, let me see. I think I'm done, you guys. Okay, let me get myself comfortable here. I think I'm done for today. I have the amazing coffee from Joan Garcia, and I have four of those jars left from last night. I have four of those jars left. So, as much as I love y'all, I'm fixing to go. I got some jars to get into. All right. Okay, so that's it, you guys. Let me see if Anne is coming on today. Okay. I don't know, but I'm looking.
Do you think?
I don't see her scheduled, but look for the what do you call it? For the notifications, but I don't see her scheduled today. Okay, and all right, back at you. Let me get back over here with you guys. Let me see, not the jars, Baron. Yeah, they're like 2.3 ounce jars, one per day. One. Do you know how tiny those jars are? They're like a shot glass with a little chocolate in it. I don't know about that one. Mm, really? In a K cup? Oh, wow. You know what? I don't sweeten my coffee though. I usually just have my coffee plain because I'd rather that the taste, the flavor comes from the whatever you're having with the coffee, whatever you pair it with, if you will. Okay, let me see. I was missing for a while. Pop back in. Oh, glad you're here, Lorna. Okay, you guys. Let me see. I just love this chocolate. Yes. And still don't see Sherry Ware in the chat. Does anybody know what happened to her? I don't think Sherry Ware was in today. I don't think she was in today. Yes, Anne Heche passed away. I saw that pop up. They said that she had no brain activity. And, I feel so bad for her because she must have been in a really dark place when that happened. She must have really been gone through something or going through something. And yeah, it's really sad. Very, very sad. Okay. All right, you guys. Let me have a last word of the day. And I am not going to linger on. Today I'm going to. It's a bit overcast today. I don't like that. I like when the sun is shining. Let me see. Omens Finding Freedom voted one of the best royal biographies, really. But that Carolyn Duran, that's what puts a shadow over that, is Carolyn Duran. Because hello, Audrey Teschner. What was the whole point of having Carolyn Duran as part of that book? She did zero to promote the book, so I'm a bit skeptical of her presence. I'm just a bit skeptical. So yeah, who knows what the point of her is? Gas prices are down. Oh yeah, you guys, let's review this, shall we? 9 biggest revelations about Princess Diana in HBO's The Princess. We went through the list the other day. Number 1, Charles was 12 years older than Diana. Well, I'm sorry, 12 years her senior. Number 2, Diana and Charles barely knew each other. Number 3, Charles was jealous that the public adored Diana. Number 4, Charles was bitter he couldn't marry Camilla. 5, public opinion was deeply divided over Diana. Yeah, I don't think most people realize that not everybody was excited about Diana at the time. There were certain royalists who thought her a bit too popular. Yeah. And let me see. Despite the affair, the general public still thought Charles was fit to rule. That is a lesson of contradictions, isn't it? Diana gave a speech asking to be left alone by the press. Dodi Al Fayed was still engaged when he and Diana began their whirlwind romance. And lastly, the police arrested the paparazzi who pursued her. I kind of think I knew all of those, and most of us probably do, but you know what? For people who haven't followed these stories or maybe too young to know of any of it real time, I'm glad that HBO is releasing this documentary, and I certainly intend to watch. Okay. Except for number 5. Okay, so that one right there, Diane Hawkins, the number 5, I the thing is, I don't remember. I'm going to say I probably was not aware of that one because I didn't hear anything like that until years later when they decided to rewrite history where she's concerned. And let me look at number 8. Okay, and I didn't know that one. Okay, fair enough. I didn't know that one either. Okay, so those are 2 things. Um, you know, in spite of the fact about the engagement thing, I'm going to say this. I don't know that I believe the idea that they were engaged to be married or were going to get married or he hoped to marry her. I don't know if it was anything more than just a whirlwind romance or even, I mean, how could anybody know the nature of their relationship? You know? I mean, he was a man, she was a woman, and they were both adults. And aside from that, who knows if it went any further? I'm certainly not going to believe that what's his name, the butler, Beryl. I'm certainly not going to believe him, that big opportunist. Okay, it was public announcement and a last word. Oh yeah, it was a public announcement and the last word. Let me see. Okay, and the last word. Yes, right. I'm looking for the last word. Okay, that guy on the tube. did her history. Her father was a preacher, and the children were messed up by both parents. Her brother died at 18. She said her father. Oh, you're talking about Anne Heche, is that right? I think that's what you're talking about. Okay, let me see. President Biden will sign the Inflation Reduction Act into law. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. I think Biden is doing a very good job. I think he's doing an amazing job. And also, I can say with all certainty that his house was never raided by the FBI. Um, Trump has had his house raided by the FBI, but not the Bidens, not the Obamas, and not the Clintons. Just the Trumps, that criminal enterprise family known as the Trumps. ah, okay. Okay, you guys. I think we're good. I think we're good. So, as always, much love to our faves, our two queens, our Queen of Hearts, Diana, and our Queen of Everything, Doria. And last word goes to. Okay, that's perfect, Andy Bullard. Gas prices are down now under an average of $4 a gallon. Go Biden. Go Biden. It's your birthday. Go Biden. I think you've done very well, sir. You've done very well. Who knew that that kid from Scranton was going to grow up and save the country from the clutches of that orange menace? I don't care what anybody say about Biden. He has saved this country from the clutches of that orange menace. Otherwise, who knows what would have happened? And if he runs again, I am going to vote for him again. Oh, let me see. Baron Wow. I rarely ever look at the Instagram. So if you guys are sending me messages over there, that's like sending me a message to the Patreon. Good luck. Because I rarely ever look at it. Um, I don't even know how to retrieve the messages. Oh, okay, yes, I do. Is that how you do it? Okay. Oh no. Am I? I don't know. I don't even know how to get the messages off of here. At least I don't think so. Wait, I don't even know this person. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, but Twitter is where I usually take the direct messages. And you guys, I'm almost never on Facebook, so I wouldn't even bother with that one. I pretty much live on Twitter and YouTube. Let me see. I'm not on Twitter, but I guess I will. Oh, you don't have to. I mean, Twitter's not good for your mental health. So yeah, don't bother with the Twitter. I'll go and dig it out. I will go and dig it out. And yeah, I have like been behind with a lot of my messages lately. I do apologize for that, but what could I say? I've been in another world. Oh man. Okay, you guys. All right, let's call it. Let's call it. It has been fun. And last word of the day, of course, was whatever I said that I forgot already. Um, oh yeah, gas prices down under $4. Okay. Oh, I'm not sure I should. I'm not sure I should. I wasn't making videos back in those days, but oh my gosh, I did a lot of the what do you call it? The memes, but I don't think I ever made a video. But that would be fun though. Let me think about it. That would be a lot of fun. Okay. I love Twitter. I try not to engage or block any wackos. Yeah, I don't comment that much on the Twitter. Mostly I share tweets and share some of the photos and stuff that I have used on the YouTube videos, but I don't go into the back and forth with people. I know there's some people who have blocked me on Twitter. At least one deranger that I know blocked me on Twitter, and I had to go to another Twitter account. I had to go to my burner account so that I could see what she's been plotting against me. She or he have been plotting against me. Oh, she's crazy. That person is should be in a some kind of institution somewhere. But yeah, so it's a lot of people that block me on the Twitter, but I still see what they're saying. Matter of fact, some of them I have followed some of the derangers all over social media. They never will figure out how I can find them, but I have followed them all over social media. And surely it just as show as sugar is sweet, I find out that they're a MAGA person. They always are MAGA people, middle aged MAGA people, always, and they follow a lot of the hate accounts. I see that they follow the hate accounts. They follow them all over social media. So they're not as clever as they think they are. There's always a way. Hen Pal, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. And yes, there's always hope. Hope. That is such an important word. That is what motivates us is hope. What is the human spirit without hope? There's hope. It doesn't cost a thing to smile. It doesn't have to pay to laugh. You better thank God for that. There's hope. It doesn't cost a thing to smile. That's what it reminds me of, that India RE song. There's hope. It doesn't cost a thing to smile. You don't have to pay to laugh. You better thank God for that. Thank you, Hen Pal. You just reminded me of that song. Okay. I'm gonna have to go listen to that now. Okay, you guys. I'm gonna try to go and check my mysterious message, and then I think I'll have lunch, which may or may not include one of them jars. Oh yes, I forgot about the ramen soup. I think I'll have that for lunch. I almost forgot about my ramen soup. Um, let me see, Baron. I can name that song in one note. All right, can you name it? All right, in one note. Well, actually, I sang that song in one note. Sean, where you been? Sean, I got to show you something. I don't know if you saw it. Let me show you. Oh, is it here? No, it's not there. It is. Okay. Well, number one, as you know, we are at 17,000 subscribers, but there you are. You're on the list of moderators now. Congratulations. You're in the mod squad. It's official now. Yeah, there you are. You're in the mod squad. Dina Cardoza, how are you? Glad you're here. No FBI here. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No laws have been broken by the others. But as for, oh, you guys, I saw on the I'm gonna have to try to make a video for this too. So I can share it with everyone. Um oh, I got a message from Ethan's husband yesterday. I am doing very well, thank you. I'm gonna have to message him back. Okay, there you go.
Disturbs me more than the policy that you call a policy is the rationale for the policy. The rationale for the policy. You set out 4 principles that you adhere to, and then and I will go over them in a moment. Then you say on page 14, we must not become part of South Africa's problem. We must remain part of their solution. We must not aim to impose ourselves, our solutions, our favorites in South Africa. Damn it, we have favorites in South Africa. The favorites in South Africa are the people who are being repressed by that ugly white regime. We have favorites. Our loyalty is not to South Africa, it's to South Africans. And the South Africans are majority black, and they are being excoriated. It is not to some stupid puppet government over there. It is not to the Afrikaner regime. We have no loyalty to them.
Okay. Anyway, that was Joe Biden explaining to, I forget, what senator that? No, anyway, Joe Biden was confronting the Reagan administration about their lack of anti-apartheid policies. So at the time, Ronald Reagan and Margaret Thatcher were trying to support and uplift the regime in South Africa. And Joe Biden laid into that behind. You hear me? Joe Biden laid into that behind. And so the Secretary of State, I think it was, who was testifying in the Senate that day, was taken to task by Joe Biden. In a very vigorous rebuke, Joe Biden called them out.
More than the policy that you call a policy is the rationale for the policy. The rationale for the policy. You set out 4 principles that you adhere to, and then and I will go over them in a moment. Then you say on page 14, we must not become part of South Africa's problem. We must remain part of their solution. We must not aim to impose ourselves, our solutions, our favorites in South Africa. Damn it, we have favorites in South Africa. The favorites in South Africa are the people who are being repressed by that ugly white regime. We have favorites. Our loyalty is not to South Africa, it's to South Africans. And the South Africans are majority black, and they are being excoriated.
I mean, that was powerful. That's our Joe Biden. Joe Biden calls them as he sees them. Okay, so with that, you guys, I'm looking at your comments, Pam Porter. I thought you were murmuring the approval of Joe Biden's confrontation. And what do I open this up to see? Yes, Joe was very cute. He's still cute. I just sent a screenshot to one of I'm thinking y'all are like, oh, yes, that was very, very important. And Joe Biden. But instead, what do I see? Yes, Joe Biden was very cute. He's still cute. I just sent a screenshot to one of my nieces. She loves Joe. But okay, that's cool. I thought I was going to see something like, yeah, amen, good for him. Yeah, he's cute. He's still cute. Oh man, you all are too much. I love that. I love it, love it, love it. Oh, oh man. I thought I was gonna open up the thing and say, yes, great talking points. And he was so forceful and commanding, and nope, what do I get? He's cute. He's still cute. Ah, oh man. Denise Taylor, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for being here. And as always, thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. Oh Okay, okay. Now that I've had my last laugh for this episode of Royal Sussex, you too, Deborah. You too. I agree. Cute, cute, cute. Oh, speak. The speech was great, but cute, cute, cute. Oh man. Okay. But all right. So we can agree upon the fact that yes, he's cute. He was cute, 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 and the speech was great. So long as we're all in agreement, and so long as we are all unanimous in that, I think we're good. Yes, the Joe Biden video, of course. You just want a video for everybody, don't you? Oh, we'll see what happens. Okay. Yeah, I think when Joe Biden is most powerful is when he goes down in the basement. And I think his way of dealing with things is to go in the basement and eat his favorite ice cream. I think his favorite ice cream is chocolate chip. It's either peppermint chocolate chip or just plain chocolate chip. I think it's chocolate chip ice cream. That's his favorite. That's where he draws his power. Um, Oh, Andy Bennett, you never heard that before, huh? Well, it was actually new to me, but yeah, I have to tell you that during that movement to abolish apartheid, there were quite a few just it was like a grassroots movement that really gained in popularity and you know, people had to take a stand or took stands at that time, either for or against the government of South Africa. And most people, I would like to believe, were on the right side of history. But believe it or not, Ronald Reagan was not, and neither was Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher and Ronald Reagan were both very passive on um, the apartheid and did not really want to engage. They wanted to. Actually, they didn't really want to do anything. They wanted to maintain the status quo. It's like I say, sometimes people have made up in their minds that the only thing better than doing something is to look like you're doing something, and that seems to be good enough. But that's enough about uh, the Orange Menace. Yes, Special K is on tonight. Special K Thoughts is on tonight. 7 o'clock my time. Probably what 8 o'clock on the East Coast. But yes, tonight is Special K Thoughts. Let me see. Um, I was trying to find a link for that. I don't see it. I had it, but now I don't see it. Oh well, I had it. I mean, I know I saw it, but now I don't see it. Oh, there you go. There we go. Special K thoughts. Let me see. It's so amazing that sometimes I can do certain things with the StreamYard, and then other times it just don't work. I don't know why that is. It's kind of some timing, like a bad relationship is some timing. Okay, I have just pegged it to the top of the chat. It has been pegged. Did I? Is that the same one? Okay, let me see. Yes, that is the right one. So yeah, if you guys go ahead and peg that to the top of the chat, or should I say, click on that link, then you can hit notifications so you'll know what time to expect it. Like for me, it's 7 p.m. For you, it may be 8 or 6 p.m., 5 p.m. So anyway, go and do that, and make sure you what do you call it? Support Special K tonight. Sussex Talk Sussex Talk. Yeah, that's what the channel is called, Sussex Talk. With Special K. Special K Thoughts. The honor for Archwell. That is going to be one of the topics tonight. Let me see. You know what? We laugh, but there's some seniors in politics that young people genuinely love. Joseph Robinette Biden is one, and Bernie Sanders is next. Yes, this is real. Yeah, that's true. I mean, they have become somewhat mythical creatures in their time, which is okay. Here in London, not far from where I am, is returning the Benin bronzes, 72 in total. Is that the British Museum? Because I actually saw them, I believe, when I was there. But I think they were at the British Museum. You know, I had to tell you, when I went to the British Museum, I walked in the door, and as I went like through one of the galleries, I said, "Oh my God, that's the Rosetta Stone." I mean, the Rosetta Stone. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I'm actually with my own eyes looking at the Rosetta Stone. I could not believe it. But yeah, there it was. What? $3.29. Shut the front door. $3.29. You know, I went and got gas yesterday. I didn't even look at the price. My tank is never really empty. And so when I get gas, I just go out of a sense of obligation. I don't really drive that much. So I usually go just once a week, but I don't drive much. No, it's not the British Museum. Was it? It wasn't at the Victoria and Albert. No. Is there like an archaeological museum or natural history museum? Do they have more than one locations with those bronzes? I love the argument that, well, they're much safer here rather than to send them back to one of the museums, or should I say, send them back to their native country, although they were perfectly safe before they were looted by the colonizers. What a ridiculous argument. They're safer here than if they were sent back home, but they were safe for centuries before you took them. Right? Make that make sense. It was perfectly safe before you stole it, and so you stole it for the sake of humanity so that they would be safe, even though they were safe before you took them. Huh? Ah, they were safe before you stole them, so why wouldn't they be safe now if you sent them back? I mean, the worst thing is that, okay, maybe they're lost in transit, but still they were safe before you took them. I would assume that it was at the British Museum. I'm assuming. I mean, that's where they keep stuff like that. It's at the British Museum. They have like things from all kind of ancient civilizations, but maybe it was someplace else. Maybe. Oh, and you guys, I have to tell you that all the museums in London are usually free. I mean, that is one of the best things about going to London is that the museums are free. When you go to other places in Europe, oh, you're gonna pay, but there is like a donation at the door, which you can pay or not pay. But other than that, the museums are free. So that is why it is such a affordable place for families to visit because the museums are usually free. Oh yes, thank you, Mod Squad. Okay, you guys, 2 hours and 12 minutes. I'm going, you guys. We are going to Gingivenge. Love you guys. We had the last word probably a half hour ago. I literally just looked up at the clock. I'm like, yeah, I'm out of here. Okay, you guys, cue Gingivenge, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Let me see here. Cue Gingivenge.